Can money truly guarantee a peaceful and a happy polygamous home?
You are an old man. You already have 2 wives waiting for you, and some of your children are even older than me.
When there is love, money, and marriage, there are 3 types of people. I'm going to tell you these persons, who they are, and how they actually fall into each category. Number 1, they are the ones that Tenny sang about in her latest song, Money.
I'd rather be crying in a Bentley.
Those ones that would rather cry in a Bentley, feel low in a Fendi, not even minding whether there are plenty of rishi inside, whether drama full inside that place. According to them, all die na die. So since it's the enjoyment, they are there. Then number 2, these ones, they are builders in the Lord. I chose to call them builders in the Lord because they are experts when it comes to building, from foundation level, from molding block. If you see them when it comes to the roofing stage, you are going to fear them. In fact, even the patient dog, they fear them because their patience, their level of tolerance is plenty gang. And then the last set of persons, these ones, they are always confused. They don't know whether they are here or they are there. Anywhere you drag them to, they will just follow. When you come to the Nigeria space, there are so many marriages that are adorable and in the public eyes. But there is one that seems to stand out. And I think it's basically because it's a polygamous marriage. And, you know, polygamy is something, I know the African tradition promotes it, but it's not something that you can easily pull off in a time like this, in our current generation. But there's this particular man that has a one when it comes to the polygamy style of marriage. And another thing that also makes this particular marriage to be of great interest is because the parties involved, they have sworn that we, the online in-laws, we are not going to rest. The plan is to tension us till there is not even energy for us to be tensioned again. It's either they are peppering us back to back, or they are showing us this. Oh, my husband got me this, my husband this, my baby this, I'm going on a date with my husband. Blah, 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 blah. And another thing again that's very interesting about this marriage is that it has become a place of tussle. It has been turned to a wrestling ground because they are seriously fighting, looking for who is going to occupy the number 1 position. It's more like the survival of the fittest. Indeed, wahala day for this place. Anyways, before I go ahead and continue with the gist and the story about this particular family and everything happening in there, let me specially welcome you to another edition of the Kiwi Show. Thank you very much for coming back again. Now, if this is your first time, I want you to do one thing for me. It's not going to hurt. It's not going to hurt you if you do it. All I want you to do is just to subscribe and also turn on the notification bell. So when we drop videos, you are going to be notified. And then give this video a thumbs up and do not forget to share. My name is Rochelle. Once again, welcome to the Kiwi Show. Money, they say, answereth all things. In fact, if it's peace, unity, love, it bringeth it all. But in the empire of a very popular Nigerian politician, a successful businessman, it seems like the reverse is the case. Because with the kind of money this man has, one would think that he can have plenty of women in his empire without drama, without chaos, without any kind of rancor. But that is not the case. Drama is full inside this place. And, you know, being someone that actually knows how to chase plenty of women at the same time. In fact, I'm going to call him the semi-Solomon of our time. Because I don't know how many men out there that have 6 wives, plus other concubines, the ones that we know and the ones that we do not know. And then also when it comes to picking these wives, he's an expert in picking them at a very young age. He knows how to select the most beautiful ones, the very classy ones. If you're confused on how to pick a woman for yourself, I will advise that you go and consult him. He's going to guide you through. So who is this person that I am talking about? It's no other person than the one and the only Senator Ned Nwoko. So it happened that once upon a time, this senator was just on his own. His village men, his kinsmen now walked up to him and told him, Senator, since you have 5 wives, from different places. Is it not better that you get another one that is from our kingdom? To solidify this thing that you are doing. At least get one that is very close home. So Senator Ned Nwoko now looked at it, he thought about it and said, I think there is a point in what these people are saying. So one day, he began wandering. He was just walking around, and then he now saw one very ripe fruit. This fruit, very beautiful fruit, with plenty prospects. He said, okay, I'm going to enter this compound and go and make inquiry about this fruit and also know how I will pluck it. So he began the journey, and long story cut short, he got the fruit. The fruit is the ever-promising Nigerian actress Regina Daniels. And when he plucked this fruit, she was just 18 years. Why him? He was 59 years. Now, when it made it to the news that, okay, Senator Ned Nwoko was going to marry Regina Daniels of 18 years, people started weighing in, saying what they have to say, you know how netizens are. And in the course of it, we now got to find out that this particular actress has a father whom has not been in the public space. And the father strongly kicked against the marriage. He kept asking, how can an 18-year-old girl marry a 59-year-old man? The age gap is too much. But you were never in the picture. You've not been there. So his words didn't hold water. And Regina Daniels' mother went ahead, encouraged the daughter, and led her into the marriage. Now, when Regina Daniels came into the home of Senator Ned Nwoko, she wasn't the only one. She was the sixth wife, mind you. The four other wives, they are five before her, making it six. Meanwhile, four, we don't know about their story, where they are, what is happening with them. But she met the fifth wife called Laila. This was where the whole wahala actually started. So Regina Daniel came in, and before we knew what was happening, she overthrew Laila. And it was more like Laila wasn't even in the picture any longer because she's always with Senator Ned Nwoko. And, we felt that, okay, it's normal thing because if you check, some of the polygamous homes, like this, how it usually happens. There is a new wife, maybe they'll give her like just little time. Okay, just flex muscle with this our husband, but this is the tutorial you now. Later on, you go calm down and then you now come and join the queue. Because in some polygamous home, there is usually a calendar or a timetable, the time to meet him, who goes and who doesn't go, and all about that. But Regina Daniel, that one not even concern her. She came to possess her possession. So it was always Regina Daniels and Senator Ned Nwoko. And at some point, people start asking, what about Laila, the fifth wife? Is it that she's no longer there, or she just chose to be a very calm person? Because Laila and Ned, they've been married for 10 years before Regina even came into the picture. And she's just someone that lives a very calm, quiet lifestyle. So we all assume that, okay, it's just her nature. She doesn't mind. But little did we even know that there was actually big trouble in the land, but it wasn't yet time for the trouble to actually unveil itself. So Laila kept on being the very understanding, calm, quiet wife. It got to a point she couldn't take it any longer. What did she do? She ran back to her country home because she's from Morocco. So when she went back, we start seeing so many, I don't know if I should call them accusations. I'm not there to know if it's true or false. And then she also tried propaganda too. But it's like someone gave her sense and said, you don't try propaganda with a Nigerian politician because if it's about propaganda, they get an A1. Like nobody is happy to one past them. So after a while, probably 1, 2, 3, 4 persons spoke to her and said, how can you allow this small girl to come and overthrow you in your husband's house? If one person can play the game, then 2 persons can actually play the game. So Laila now said, okay, since it is not like this, I am going to come back to come and take control of what is also mine. Now, let's see who is going to play the game very well. So Laila now came back, and it was since then that we now start seeing this party will come and say, my husband did this, my husband did that. Laila will also go on her own part and say, my husband did this, my husband did that. We still felt everything was still cool. Then it was time for Regina Daniels' 5th year anniversary, and something a bit funny played out. She was celebrating with her husband. Laila gave her speech, she did her thing. And then she even came on her comment section, and even wrote so many sweet words. But when it got to Laila's turn to celebrate her 15-year wedding anniversary, Regina did not give her a breathing space. I don't know if it's, tussle or a war, like who is going to win this man's heart or who is going to maintain the number one spot. Then she came and dropped a very funny comment on Laila's post, one of the posts that she made. It was from that comment, Laila's response to Regina's response, that we knew that indeed, wahala, they inside this empire. I hear some supporters of a polygamy marriage say that you don't even need much for a polygamy home to survive. All you need is just to have money and you have everybody under control. I don't think that is actually obtainable in all cases, because if you look at this Ned Nwoko's case now, Ned has the money. I mean, he showers his wife with plenty gifts. So why is it that there is still fight? And that leaves me wondering, can money truly guarantee a peaceful and a happy polygamous home? That's also a question that I want you to answer in the comment section. Now, let me get back to the saga in Senator Ned Nwoko's home. So from that particular comment, before we knew what was happening, we stopped seeing all those lovey-dovey pictures. Usually Regina would play with Laila's children, post on social media, same with Laila, come to Regina's post, drop those sweet, how women can be now. Oh, my love, plenty emojis and all of that. It dropped. And while this one was still going on, we woke up to the rumors of a Chikike's baby and also the father of her baby. Now, this was where everything escalated. Rumors were flying around. Oh, Ned Nwoko, whom Chikike knew even before Regina Daniels came into the picture. She has a baby for Ned. Ned came out and said, no, this child is not for me. Chikike also came out and said, please, online in-laws, respect yourself and mind your lane. I do not want people to get involved in this. This is my child. I don't want to reveal who the father is. It's my personal business. I tell you what I want to tell you. So please desist from peddling this rumor. While we are still trying to, hold that one and figure out what exactly is going on, Regina Daniels Nwoko disappeared from the surface of social media. Now, this is where it really gets pretty interesting for me. So she disappearing, it stirred building tensions out there. Could it be that there is actually a truth in this rumor? Is it true? Was she running away from? I don't know, maybe in her mind, she was thinking that if she comes into Ned's life, like if she comes into the family, Ned wasn't going to pick another wife or he's not going to have concubine again, forgetting that the same cane where they use flog first wife, now that same cane, they go use flog the second wife. After 2 weeks and some days, the almighty Regina Daniels decided to come back to social media. And this time around, she came back with split pepper. I mean, that video, I'm not going to lie, it was such a sultry and a beautiful video. She did not just come back with that sultry video. She came back with lots of changes. First and foremost, she removed Ned Nwoko's surname from her Instagram profile, in fact, across all the social media platforms. Secondly, she wiped all the pictures with Ned, with Laila and her kids, everything that has to do with Ned Nwoko on her IG page. She did clearing and forwarding. She cleared everything away. And another thing that got my interest was the soundtrack of that video. Out of all the songs where Regina Daniels won't use, she chose Game Over by the defunct P-Square. What does that tell you? Does it signal anything? I mean, they think what they think. I don't know what they think. Oh, me, I do my own thinking. So she came back and, everywhere, pop and pageantry. Oh, Regina Daniels is back. Okay, what happened? What have you been up to? Was it because of Chikike that you disappeared from social media? She hasn't even answered that question. But one thing is very obvious. Regina Daniels came back and decided that this time around it's going to be about her. And this also made me to wonder, why would you, pause your life because of marriage? Because Regina Daniels is an actress full of potential, prospect. She wasn't even poor or wretched when Ned Nwoko, got her as his wife. She had so many prospects. She was doing fantastically well for herself, career-wise. Then all of a sudden, she said, okay, I want to go into marriage. And then you abandoned your previous love interest. There was this other person who used to know she and him together. You abandoned everything and chose Ned Nwoko, and then you forgot your career. You won't really say she was so active with her career, for the past 5 years of her marriage. But this time around, she came back, even announced herself as a movie producer. And if you even go to her page, you're going to see that there are more posts about she working on different projects. Now, the question is, what actually changed? What is happening in the empire of Senator Ned Nwoko? Sometime last year, some persons went with that mantra, if you know be Regina Daniels, won't advise me, I know once, keep your advice. So I even want to ask you people, those of you that went on with that mantra, how far now? Regina Daniels see the advice on abi you don't use your own hand, they advise yourself, or wait till they see for your mama, your papa house, they advise yourself. For me, I think there is some sort of rethinking, reevaluation. I don't know, maybe Regina Daniels, she has come to the realization that this war, it's not something that I am going to win. Because Laila, as she is not even ready to give her a breathing space. Laila came back to play the game that she was playing. And it was even after then that we even made some very shocking discovery. We've discovered that first and foremost, some of the things that Regina Daniels come online and say, my husband got me this, my husband got me a Ferrari. It's not actually her personal gift. It's something for everybody in the house. And then we now notice something again. That is not how Regina Daniel paints Ned to be, that he is. Because you watch Laila's picture, you see that Senator Ned Nwoko is in his original form. And then you look at Regina's pictures and you'll be wondering, is this a 16-year-old boy or a 10-year-old boy? So Laila is just pressing the neck like back to back. I am not giving you space. You've done enough. Now let's see who is going to collect this number one position. By the way, I'm the senior wife. You should accord me that respect. So Laila is now in the business of posting Ned back to back, something that she never did for the past, in fact, should I even call it 14 and some months, years of being married to Senator Ned Nwoko. Today you see them, they're going to commission a project. Tomorrow, we went for sports, we went to the gym, we did this one, we did that one. It's no longer Regina Daniels in the picture. So is it that Regina Daniels has come to realize that, okay, I cannot actually win this fight? But then, still back to that money thing. I was also thinking that with the whole money, there won't be insecurity. There's not going to be jealousy. But it's very obvious that insecurity and jealousy abound in this home. So whatever it is that you want to do, whatever decision you want to take, it's very important that you also prepare yourself to test whatever it is that will come out of it. I guess Regina Daniels, she thought that, okay, I'm just going to enter here and have my way and do my thing. I mean, I'm the youngest wife. I'm very beautiful. I have the fan base. I have everything. But it's not going as she planned. So now she has resorted back to her acting career. And her captions too on those posts is also signaling something that we are not very clear, like it's not yet clear like what exactly those things actually mean. I'm going to read one or two of the captions for you. So in this very beautiful picture of hers, she wrote and I read, "Na money we go make me crazy. Now I define now." Does it mean that Senator Ned Nwoko's money, they make her crazy again? Or she too, she don't see the money touch, as Laila take accused Senator Ned before. And then in one of those posts, the brother now came out and said, thank God say, road to success, no dey anybody papa house. At Regina.Daniels, my baby is back. Now, Regina went to reply and said, Omo, we go carry success for hand. So as it stands now, we don't even know what's happening, because for me, initially when Regina Daniels disappeared from social media, I just felt, okay, I think this one is one of those, social media gimmicks, because we know how it can be on social media sometimes. Maybe there is something that you want to introduce, there is something you want to unveil, and the only way to get the attention of people is just for you to be a little bit controversial and make views out of nothing. But that is not the case in this particular issue. So right now, we are super confused whether all is still well. Is she still Senator Ned Nwoko's wife or not? Or is she still in that picture, or she's just have decided that I now want to walk on my own? And I still have to ask this question again. Can money truly guarantee a happy and peaceful polygamous home? I never tried them before. If not, I will answer you. Anyways, we've come to the end of the Kiwi Show today. Thank you very much for joining us for yet another edition. Now, I want you to do something once again. Please subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and do not forget to share. My name is Rochelle. See you some other time. Kisses.